Hey guys, so got another channeling start tonight. So here we go. We'll just jump right in. The creatures you speak of when you see us as family in the trees, UB1 2, the 7 scenes of your dollars could also adjust their hold on our noses. You see the deal dealt to one is handed back to all, for in there lies a crisis cure, so pure as to be powerful amongst the stars you are, desired to lead as you see fit to love, use it, don't abuse it, and we will be cleared to approach without reproach, for our method has been approved by you know who, to bring it on down and lift it on up. Gotta go. Now the world's about to glow, so glorious a sight to see is to infinity, and beyond this realm of yours we hail you from, but before long we'll meet you on the ground for our touchdown of wonders. We're in awe of your resiliency. To reprogram the mind is not an easy feat and deserves a real tasty treat. So here's a teaser for our teller of how it is, for we foresee a burning tree going down in history for all to see, a gigantic avalanche on a peak where one can see a Japanese maiden mystery. Within history's deep south the train goes no more. Now if that doesn't entice one to look twice, we agree to disagree. And that's that for now, cat. Go give them a delivery worthy of royalty, pure gold crown in place, all the best from the cats in space. I love the cats in space. The Lyrans are awesome, and like I literally do see the cats, the feline faces just everywhere now. So I've just got all my animal decks out, and just going to see what comes through from using just plain animals tonight. So we'll start with the animal spirit deck. I'm sensing a happenstance event created by yours truly to inspire one to go down low so we can get up high. Another method of doing this is how you've done it before. So go easy when you take them to infinity, for it's easy for the mind to be blown wide open. Catch you later, alligator. Practice. So we've got the shark coming up. Shark Tank. And the zebra? Or just the shark? There you go. You're gonna get 3. So sea serpent, evil eye. They can go jump in the lake. Black-head cheetah fish. Get all of them. Feeling the oceanic vibe coming through. A whale. Yeah. Anansi. I was doing a little bit of research about Anansi because I don't know how it came through. Anyway, I feel like Anansi is like Thoth. Another version of the trickster, teacher, storyteller vibe. I know he's come through heaps, and there's different, like, oh my god, like kind of names and anyway, you know what I mean, like different versions of that kind of energy, and pretty sure Anansi is another one of that energy of his, wherever it comes from. Anyway, so we've got shark, sea serpent and whale, so definite marine vibes coming through. Which is funny because yesterday the Pele and Poseidon were coming through, so alright, we'll start with the shark, the great white. The shark is directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. When in balance, intriguing, captivating, mysterious. When out of balance, sneaky, destructive. To bring into balance, honesty. Just getting that Jaws music in my head. Some honesty is about to happen, and getting the lead up music happening to it. But you know that music when it, to build the tension and turn it. It kind of looks like he's smiling though, that to be honest. We'll call him Bruce. The sea serpents. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. Shit. I mean, again, like it was last night, it was all about authentically getting in touch with your desires and your energy center and passions and creativity, sensuality, sexuality, authenticity and truth, and embracing it. So I think there's more of that coming out tonight. Represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in, to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us. In a gesture of protection, she supports us as we learn to express our true natures, and we do have to learn it. Like I said last night in my video, it's like you have to unlearn everything that's not you and then discover what is. And that, I mean, that is the journey. You know, removing the veils and then getting to know what is underneath, and then embracing it. You know, like when you're standing there naked after removing the veils, you do feel exposed, awkward, like, you know, naked. But the more you get used to that, the more okay you are in your authentic expression, being naked. And, you know, that's what it's like. I mean, it is, you've got, you know, when you're standing there naked, that's all your ego fires up, right? Like what am I doing here? What, like, you've got to literally break down all the self-judgment, and you've just got to say, oh, this is me, and I've been made this way, and you know, this journey is about me being comfortable with this right now. Like, and the metaphor of being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable naked, I mean, that is, it's really the perfect metaphor of the process of coming to terms, like releasing what's not you, like reprogramming yourself, and then embracing what you do have, and not only learning to accept it, but becoming so in love with it that you then start freaking dancing your ass off naked. This is me, and I'm fucking loving it. And, you know, that is the kind of the process of the you know, the awakening journey. And you know, the fear of removing all your clothes and just standing there and having the courage and the guts to stand there long enough that you do actually get used to standing there naked, to pass that point, to then get to the point of fucking loving it and never wanting to put clothes on again, you know, all metaphorically speaking. Because, you know, whoever you believe in, like this, you know, like what did it say? The sea serpent loves us. You know, it's just like whoever you believe in, or whoever you think, source one, you know, your guides, your guardian angels, like whatever you think the greater aspect of the more is, like on this journey of, you know, each to their own, but there is no judgment, because your true essence, your true nakedness is like the point, is the purpose, that is what you were designed to be. If you know, consider us all, we all have a point of being, a uniqueness, and that uniqueness, that beauty within, that is the point, that is perfect. There is no judgment on your uniqueness and your journey or whatever. You know, the purpose is like, if you believe in God or whatever, let's just say God wants you to get naked and be brave enough, courageous enough to remove those veils, to stand there and, you know, it takes a while, but, you know, long enough to go through that process of empowerment, getting to know yourself, and then getting to the point of doing your naked dance, you know. And the point is for all of us to be doing the same thing, so we're all on the dance floor naked, getting our groove on, you know, metaphorically speaking. Like, that is the point. And then, you know, you've got no, at that point when you get used to being naked, there's no fear. You've literally removed all the layers of fear and conditioning. There's no fear. You are now free to be you, whatever that looks like for you. And that is the point, to not be afraid to be you, authentically you. Yeah. Alright, we've got whale. Desire to delve deeper. Profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into old story. To bring into balance, regular self-care. A beautiful whale. It's kind of like a little bit of the journey there of removing, you know, the shark. You're removing the clothes and delving a bit deeper, like having the courage to find that inner empowerment type thing, and then starting to dance. So it is kind of like, you know, just discovering those inner desires and delving a bit deeper emotionally and really getting to know yourself that much better. So I would say a big theme still, I know it was only last night I started talking about it really, but it's a big good theme. I mean, it's basically it is the journey, and if we can do it, you know, it takes so much resiliency, courage, like, to keep pushing through the fear. Just keep pushing through the fear and the self-judgment, and, you know, it is a reprogramming of the brain, and then on top of that, a lot of courage, you know, to keep on pushing through. Alright, which animal deck? So I got a Sacred Horse deck, which is quite beautiful. Horses have been coming up heaps lately, so when I saw this one I thought I had to get it, because the wild horses coming through. It's been quite big synchronicity for me recently. There's too many. So, let's see what the horses have to say. Seretse, the clay that binds. So It's kind of like a unicorn. It's gorgeous. Should we read it? Bravery, tenacity, healing. Seretse is a legend on Earth and a powerful unicorn spirit known to visit those in need of courage and strength. He is especially present for those exploring new territories and possibly under threat from the unexpected. He reminds you to be unshakable. Through his golden horn, he infuses those who have already experienced such unfortunate endeavours with healing light. Call on Seretse to protect you on your journeys. What new adventures lie before you? How can you muster strength and courage in unfamiliar territory? What wounds have you endured and bravely survived? Where in your life do you need to be more tenacious? Where would you like Seretse to help you heal? I won't read the whole story. There's a lot there. The clay that binds. Hold strong to that, to the core of you. It is your like inner tenacity, inner strength, courage that will hold you together, which will build you back up type thing when it's needed. Kind of just got when I looked at the horn, like it said, it was like a golden horn. The thought of the pouring the liquid gold into a cracked vase just came into my head. And I think that's like kind of what happens when you get to the point of that courage, that self-empowerment of dancing on the floor, naked. That at that point you're at that point where you're so you've done so much healing and you're so connected that like the connection pours in the liquid gold, and it's a joint effort. You've done the work, and at that point you've put your pieces back together of this vase, and at that point the liquid gold pours in to seal up all your cracks, like the clay that binds, like that is the liquid gold from your connection that binds your cracked vase, and it's you're now shining golden, like it's a wonderful kind of feeling at that point, like you've taken so much effort to put your pieces back together, and that does feel amazing, but like next minute it just by you doing that, it just like freaking sends a bolt upwards and just opens the the funnel, your crown, in order for that liquid gold to be poured into all your cracks and shit, and it's like that liquid gold, it's like liquid gold light, and that light is like literally always connected, so wherever you go that gold light is just light glue gold light glue, holding you together, sealing you, and you can imagine that kind of thing. It's like there's so many different metaphors and everything, ways you can look at the magic that happens when you do your healing. And we've got the wisdom of 2, teachers of kindness and clarity. Seek a guide, compassionate counsel. This card encourages you to seek the guidance of one who is wiser than you. This guide, in physical or spiritual form, will give you the strength and help you find your way through uncertainty. A spirit guide will understand all aspects of your journey and your special considerations. Partnering with a physical guide who understands your nature and uniqueness and has your best interests at heart is crucial. Look to those who have moved beyond ego-driven consciousness and risen to a higher level of understanding. They will also lift you. Whether you are guiding or receiving guidance, 2 minds and hearts are better than one. There is great love available to you within your partnerships. Choose your alliances carefully. Seek and offer guidance that brings the giver and the receiver into their power. Which mentors and guides honour your individuality? Who offers only general advice? How would seeking guidance from another being, physical or spiritual, serve your current situation? Reflect on how you help and guide others. Do you become codependent or take on the energy of others? How might you offer lasting empowerment? The power of 2, I mean, two horses look toward a disturbance on the horizon. One sees what is before them, digesting the implications for their future. The other turns to the stronger horse for guidance. Together they find their way through the chaotic and unexpected. The horses stick together because they understand that 2 minds and bodies are better than one. They are joined not in fear but in focus, observation and strength. There's nothing better than having like a friend, a partner, someone that not only accepts you getting naked and dancing on the floor, is encouraging you to do so, like can stand in front of you naked, not remove the veils for you, but you know what I mean, like encouragement along the journey from a purely unconditional love, acceptance and encouragement, support, like cheerleader. Like if you're going through this process and you are removing your layers and you're getting naked, the last thing you need is someone in your circle who is not accepting or aware of the importance of what you're doing, you know what I mean, and possibly criticizing. It's hard enough going through that process when you're doing it in an environment where you're still in surrounded by people that are extremely judgmental, that criticize, that it's not only that either, it's like, a lot of us have relationships, and I guess this is part of the journey, because you really, no one really gets on the floor to start removing their veils when you've got people criticizing you and trying to draw you back over into their bullshit. You know what I mean? So like, it is important to be in an emotionally safe place and surrounded by like within, and because you're just not going to attempt this veil dance on the floor getting naked if you're just not going to be in the right energy, headspace, emotional space, if you're still dealing with the kind of toxic shit. So like getting yourself into the zone, like breaking away those old patterns. It's not only in your own head that you're breaking away the patterns, you really have to provide yourself an environment that is, you know, secure enough. I mean, you can do it, it's just, it's hard. You know, it is a very difficult thing to do when, you know, to get naked while you've got people throwing nasty comments at you, like as within the metaphor, you know what I mean? Like it could be anything in your, you know, life, making that process, if you could imagine, that much harder for you to strip your veils off and get comfortable with your naked self and start to enjoy the dance. Like, and I guess everyone has to do this. I mean, this is what we have to go through, and that's what I guess takes the courage to actually go through it, because it is like you've got to do it while experiencing people calling you every name under the sun. You know, for example, it feels like that confronting to get naked on the floor and dance in front of everyone, and that's the courage we need to get over it. But if you have, you know, the power of two on the dance floor, that support and that love that other person who completely understands what you're going through, is supportive and understanding. Like, you can imagine if you're getting naked on the dance floor with your best friend or partner or whatever, how much easier that process would be. And that's what it's like to go through this kind of thing if you've got, you know, another person by your side to like just boost you, you know what I mean? And, you know, not everyone has a person like that in their life. And so, you know, if you don't, like, you know, there's always the support of your guides, your higher self, that you can call on, rely on, that they're always there, that not in the flesh, but the energy is there. And if you don't have anyone in the physical to be a support, like, they've been like a massive support for me, to get me through the getting naked and dancing. So yeah, I mean, it is definitely possible. So, but I tell you what, like, you know, either way, whether it's a person in real life or a person in the physical, or a group, you know, a counselor, whatever, a rabbi, I mean, whatever, or, you know, in the spirit realm, like, or animals, you know, like, shit, I mean, my pets, my you know, my dog and my cats, they provide absolute a level of love and support in order for you to embody your uniqueness. Absolutely, they don't judge when you get naked and dance. So it's, you know, it's like that. What else? feel like the whale is smiling at me, and the shark's smiling at me. Inner conflict resolution. The snake and the eagle with an eye. Inner conflict resolution. That's like yeah, removing, you know, that layer of self-judgment, I think. Yeah, raising your frequency from the lower lizard brain to the higher bird brain, angel mind, eagle eye, higher mind. Yeah, so the lizard brain is like that flight, fight, freeze. The lower yeah, you know what I mean anyway. And then the eagle is the view from above, higher mind, higher sight, higher feelings, freedom. And metamorphosis. So yeah, caterpillar to butterfly. Focus on the big picture. Yeah, so it is the third eye vision, you know, the hawk, eagle eye. So you're kind of going to soul view, higher self, so higher self, and you know, being the lighthouse and shining the light. You know, there's like a queen bee or a king bee, you know, tapping into the crown and the hive mind. Focusing on your bigger picture, you know, your higher self, like that's now like you've honed in on it. You are what you think. Beautiful and pink. You are what you think. Yep. Like, so true. You are about to shine. That's really cute. Is that your birthday? He looks like he's got a secret, like he is about to give you like a little present there. I got a gift for you. Oh, and there's this one. See beyond the past. Yeah, it's nice. Breakthrough. Face your fear. That is the key. The golden key. The triangle. Trinity. Chronos. Alright, we're going to go get some more of the ocean vibe going. Oh, seahorse. Amber with contentment. Waiting rather than acting is going to be most advantageous now. Moving with the groove, going with the flow. Whale, total submersion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest or goal. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. slap that tail. Be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. Just stay in your flow. Keeping it in check. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. What is that in regards to? What are some important details? So we're waiting rather than acting, and moving too quickly, so obviously not rushing into anything, going with the flow. Ground, rebalance your energy, bring your awareness into the now, and immerse yourself into a project. So what's with the what are we missing? Take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So like, am I getting slowed down to listen to your intuition and higher self? So another work could use some fine tuning. Let's get a little bit more information on what these ones mean. Relaxing. So yeah, so you can listen to your own guidance. I'm gonna go with the birds. Magpie, hoarding, distraction, balance. Owl, focus, prophecy, wisdom. Titmouse, thought, resourcefulness, confidence. Goose, abundance, protection, teamwork. Okay, let's have a look here. Nuthatch. New viewpoints, preparation, hoarding. Abundance, protection, teamwork. New viewpoint, hoarding, distraction, balance. Preparation, new viewpoints. Teamwork, protection, abundance. Thought, resourcefulness, confidence, focus, prophecy, wisdom. So going from Yeah, no, I'm not really sure what I'm trying to get at there. Maybe it is just about coming into that inner balance, being open-minded enough to listen to intuition, to be open to what wants to come in for you. Not rushing, and I guess that's all. It's just all about finding the balance in a calm and peaceful way while you get your bearings. I guess maybe, like, if, for example, on the dance floor, with that kind of metaphor again, like, so don't feel like, once you're starting to get comfortable with the nakedness, and then you kind of know, you've kind of got this idea, right, that the point of you being there is to just let loose and dance on the dance floor, but you haven't fully, you don't just jump into on the dancing, like, because the point of the dancing is for it to happen in a natural, organic, you slowly hear the music, and you slowly get into the groove. It is a natural process, not, like, you've done all that work to get naked and get comfortable, but if you rush the next process, just jump to start dancing, you'll actually kind of go backwards, because then you're not being authentic anymore. You kind of know the point of you being there, like that kind of where you want to be, but you still have to go through that next process of learning the you dance and allowing the music to come and flowing with it, rather than just like start dancing because you think that's what you want, where you want to be. That's just like jumping a few steps. Like, it's not going to feel great. It's going to be like the Elaine dancing. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, you want to be wild and free dancing on the dance floor, but like, just allow the music to come in, get in touch with the music, and then allow your body to get used to going with that flow until it is a fully natural, authentic dance experience, however that comes out. Whatever music starts to play, for you to work with that music that starts to play with the big band. That I'm kind of getting that, like, that's what is going on there, and that's when, like, like, at any point of this journey, your control mechanism can actually start trying to override the whole flow thing, and it sneaks up on you, like, and it is tricky, but each time, no judgment, it happens, and each time you remember, okay, no, I just gotta be me, and like, whatever happens, and yeah, I do want to be dancing so wild and free. I love dancing, I want to be dancing, but like, if the music hasn't started playing yet, then it's not time yet to start dancing. And maybe a slow rhythm comes on, starts playing, and yet you've got in your mind that you want to be freaking going nuts, like all over the, just like wild and free dancing, but that doesn't suit the rhythm of the music that's playing. So work with what is coming in, and don't allow your idea of what like the dream is, or your, like, you can picture yourself doing that, and yeah, that might happen, you know, but you can't do that when you've got a slow rhythm coming on. Like, so don't waste the beautiful slow rhythm that's coming in by being, you know, don't be disappointed because you wanted to do that. Like, because you might get something beautiful, like learn a new dance, learn a new sway to your hips, like, which will allow you new moves, which will even improve your ability to enjoy the high tempo dance when you get to it, you know, when it happens. So, and this is like, you know, part of the journey the entire way through is to work with the energies, with the music that's playing at the moment. And you know, the music is like a combination of your music and the band's music, and that together then allows for a, you know, like a rhythm or a harmony for you to work with, and then it's like you're dancing with the universe, and you either work with, you know, or it becomes a little bit, you know, like disruptive to your energy. Like if you're not happy with that song that's just come on and you can't allow yourself to relax and, you know, try and get something out of it, like, because you're so focused on, you only want this one song to be put on, and you know, they keep putting this other songs on, which you don't want that song, you want that song, and so you're just standing there not doing anything because you're waiting for one song. But you know, if you're focused on that, you've now stopped yourself from, you know, any dance development, any you know what I mean. Alright, I'll just get one more. We'll see how many want to come out. We'll just use this stick. See what comes out. The whale. Through music, you reclaim life's magic and grow strong in body and soul. It's nice. There's the white whale. We are the fox. Your sharpened senses allow you to observe the actions of others. Baboon. In love and declarations of passion, heartfelt communication is the key. Butterfly again. Delight in life and embrace change as the source of your creativity. The bear. Nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. It's so cool. Take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. Dear. Any more? One more. All of them. Gonna do the manta ray because that was on the beer can last night too. Counter malicious talk by casting its import from your mind. Yes. Okay. Yeah, releasing the fear of anyone else's opinions. Tortoise. When changes are made for the sake of change, when changes are made for the sake of change itself, resist. Follow your purpose. Just for the sake of change itself. Maybe that resonates with something. Take it slow. Yeah, that's the dance floor thing. I think I can as well. I think, like, allow yourself to move with the flow. Elephant, you gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. I feel like we need like one more. Otter. Otter. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, contentment. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have a giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The Otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. Getting jiggy with it naked on the dance floor. I don't know, getting jiggy with it keeps coming up. Shit. I never say that. Jiggy with it. Shit. When in balance, full of love, needs nothing. When out of balance, gloomy sighs, making silly excuses. To bring into balance, dance party, celebration. Perfect one to end on. Yeah. Yeah, like if you can imagine freedom of being on the dance floor. They're wild and free. You can literally be like that every day. And the more of us that are like that, the more beautiful this world is going to be, and the more beautiful our relationships are going to be. Yeah, happy. Joy. Have a good one.